Well, the Prime Minister and his caucus will be in our city today for meetings ahead of the fall session, which begins on Monday. CTV National News reporter Colton Praill joins us for more on this morning. So, Colton, a rare fall budget is coming. Likely these caucus members will be briefed on that. Do we know anything about what's going to be inside?
Yeah, we know that the pre-budget consultation period just ended, Kenton. So while everyone is there is going to be conversation about what this budget actually looks like. But when it comes to, say, the input from the Albertan Prairie Caucus, the input from the West Coast, from the East Coast, BC, Ontario, what it is that these parliamentarians and specifically their ridings are looking to see go into this budget has largely already been passed on to the finance minister. Now it's more about taking in all of that information and working on the final details of this budget, which is a much larger task than it even seems, because one, we've seen that they're splitting the budget into operating and capital costs. This will be a similar version to what we've seen actually implemented in the past in Ontario, but or in Alberta, I should say. But at a federal level, this will be the first time we're seeing this new form of federal budget from government. But more than that, we've also seen the spending promises. I mean, whether it's the NATO targets, whether it's the industrial capital that we know is going to be coming in major projects, whether it's things like the $5 billion strategic relief fund that we just saw announced on Friday for those industries hardest hit by tariffs, the $1 billion fund for small and medium enterprises. All of that comes at a cost. You've also got all the federal savings that Mark Carney and his government have promised. 15% over 4 years in federal departments, each of them. That's a lot of money. There's the tariff revenue that's come in. All of these, we're talking not just, a million here, a million here. These are, in some cases, tens of billions and even hundreds of billions over the course of the military funding of dollars that Canada is planning on spending. It is a massive, massive upheaval in the financial landscape of our country, even from what was talked about during the election campaign. And we've seen already the impacts of the tariff dispute and the trade dispute starting to show up in our GDP. And so this budget will be crucial. It's going to be something that is heavily discussed. That planning process, as I mentioned, has largely been completed. Now it's about, working through not only what's going to be in there, but how are they going to communicate this to Canadians? Because we've seen in recent polls that have been coming out, Canadians' priorities have begun shifting from Trump and the trade war, which is still a top two issue, but in some cases is now being superseded by pocketbook issues like the economy and cost of living.
Okay, well, certainly a lot to discuss while they're here in Edmonton until Thursday. Colton, thank you.